Hello, everybody. PT Ask Dan, PT Ask Lee. Here we go.
Wow.
All right. So I get these offers on the regular, where I get a note, usually through LinkedIn, where somebody connects with me and then they offer me $100 to hear them out. So 15 minutes, hear what I do. Here's $100 gift card to Amazon, whatever the case may be. Some of them I take advantage of, not frequently, frankly. But what I found recently is that people are getting more aggressive with them. I get them more frequently. And periodically I say, hey, that's something on the surface I'm willing to hear it out about. And then they get on the line with me and they say, so what is it about our product that you'd like to learn about? Nothing. And they pause and I go, look, you offered me $100 to hear me out, to hear you out. I'm here to hear you out. So it has a marketing element, it has sales elements, all that good stuff. So let's start with the marketing side. Lee, tell us your thoughts on the concept of doing it, how effective it may or may not be. What's your initial take and reaction to it, and should people consider it?
Well, my initial take is different from where I get to at the end. I'll just say that.
Okay, all right, take us all the way through.
My initial take is the ick. Like I sort of feel icky about it, and it feels like a little desperate, maybe.
Okay.
However, you and I have talked about this a little bit, and you have clients that are seeing success with this technique,
Yep.
and you can't really dispute that. If it's successful and you're landing clients based off of it, I think the piece of it that's important is what you do with that time with the person.
Yes.
Once you get them on the hook and you get them there, I think you still have to be skilled at what you do and, have a compelling product that somebody is interested in, and you have to know how to sell it. But, I think you really need to think about if it's the right approach for you and how you can present the approach, because I think it can come off just very icky. Um, that said, I am always open for $100 Amazon card. I read far too much, so hit me
What,
up.
what I what I will say, what has shocked me about it, we can move more to the sales side, Dan. What has shocked me about it is when I tell people, hey, look, you offer me $100, that's why I'm here. I'm willing to hear you out. Tell me what you got. Is nobody leverages that back with, all right, well, we're giving you that. Here's what I need from you over the next 15 minutes. I'm stunned that they don't say something along the lines of, fair, in return, I need you to answer these 3 questions before we get started, or something like that. But Dan, tell me your thoughts from a selling standpoint and how that should or should not go.
Well, as a recipient, I love these things. I love going to the free dinners. I love going to the free weekends at a resort. I love the $100. I love all that stuff. And sometimes I buy. So let's keep that in mind, right?
Okay.
That's
Yep.
always a possibility. I'm open-minded that way. But I love watching people's sales process. I like hearing how they do this, how they sell. It's intriguing to me. It gives me an idea of what's out there and what people are doing. So I can't wait. Like I have one scheduled coming up here at the end of April. It's a dinner. I cannot wait to go. Right. So maybe I'm an oddball that way. But here, and Lee, you brought up a really good point. When you get the person on the phone, you better know what you're going to sell them and how you're going to sell them. And if you want to learn anything, it's this: learn how to find pain. Please don't take the 15-minute phone call and express everything that you do and how you help people. Go for pain, because if the person has pain, they're more likely going to meet with you again. And then that starts the sales process. So they're not going to be bowled over by your greatness. They're going to be bowled over by your ability to find their pain.
Yep.
Point.
There we go.
Dan, this is kind of interesting because initially I thought, well, yeah, of course Dan enjoys this because, as we said, it's sport for you. From the perspective, you're a sales coach. You want to see how other people are doing. However, as you were saying that, it struck me, how often do you as a salesperson get to really appreciate other people's sales pitches?
Yep.
There is maybe a benefit for you that's even beyond whether or not you're going to buy that product. It's an interesting opportunity to see how other people are pitching.
I went to a pre-planning funeral seminar luncheon that was exceptional. And
Sounds
I
delightful.
loved it. And as they're talking, I'm thinking, I need to do this. But here's the intriguing thing. No one has followed up with me from that funeral company. I don't even know who it was.
That's
It's
shocking.
been 5-6 months. I don't even know who it is. Keep following up because I'm thinking about this. And by the way, I've told others about it, and they're always like, "Well, what company is?" I don't remember. Isn't it bizarre? And had I remembered, I would have referred. So you just never know.
Do you recall what made it so interesting or fascinating?
Oh,
to you?
the whole thing was just, it was incredible. Yes, there was some funny stuff that happened from the people in the audience that I thought was absolutely hilarious.
Okay.
But I sat there and I thought, this actually makes sense. Like I
Hmm.
would want to do this. And I
And
think
they
that's what
never
made it
followed up.
intriguing. They never
Wow.
did.
Gosh, what a lesson there. I mean,
Yep.
more so than offering people $100,
Yeah.
I think the takeaway is follow up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dan's on the hook. He's just dangling. Like,
Reel them in. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
come on, you funeral professional people. Here's a prospect.
There it is. All right, Daniel. Well, we hope you're with us for a long time and don't need their service.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. See you again.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.